while there are some other people still doubling down on their negative response to that sit down, of course, including Piers Morgan. He is breaking his silence following his decision to leave Good Morning Britain, as well as his comments about Meghan Markle.
I believe in freedom of speech. I believe in the right to be allowed to have an opinion. If people want to believe Meghan Markle, that's entirely their right. I don't believe almost anything that comes out of her mouth, and I think the damage she's done to the British monarchy and to the Queen at a time when Prince Philip is lying in hospital is enormous and frankly contemptible. So if I have to fall on my sword for expressing an honestly held opinion about Meghan Markle and that diatribe of bilge that she came out with in that interview, so be it.
Again, Piers doubling down from his comments on Monday's Good Morning Britain following that sit down with Oprah, where he said, "I'm sorry, I don't believe a word she says, Meghan Markle."
Yes, and this bombshell situation here with Piers Morgan kind of falls on the heels of a very viral moment that occurred not long after the Meghan and Harry interview aired with Oprah. Basically, what happened here is you're seeing Alex Beresford. He's the weatherman on Good Morning Britain. He confronted Piers live on air about the comments that Piers had made about Meghan Markle, and it got to be such a heated, intense conversation that, as you just saw, Piers actually walked off the set and later announced in the day that he was actually going to be leaving the program of Good Morning Britain. And despite a lot of criticism, of course, the host has not been without his defenders, one including Sharon Osbourne, who took to Twitter to show her support for Piers, explaining that she feels that he has a right to speak his opinion. So here's what she said. "I am with you. I stand by you. People forget that you're paid for your opinion and that you're just speaking your truth."
Well, agree to disagree there. But meanwhile, Wendell Pierce, who played Meghan Markle's dad on Suits, is setting the record straight about his headline-making comments about her interview. The actor spoke to Britain's LBC Talk radio station on Monday, and he called Meghan's sit-down interview insignificant given the current coronavirus pandemic. He said a couple of hundred people are going to die even this hour in the UK. It is quite insensitive and offensive that we are all complicit in this sort of palace gossip. In the midst of so much death, he goes on to say, "I think it is, again, insignificant."
So as a result of that statement, some people hopped online and shared, that they weren't exactly pleased with what Wendell had to say. So naturally, Wendell wanted to set the record straight, and he did it exclusively with ET's Nichelle Turner. He kind of prefaced it by saying, "Hey, I'm here in Budapest. I'm living here and I'm working here." And he went on to clarify and contextualize his comments. Here's what he said, quote, "My comments were about the obsession around the royal family, and it shouldn't take priority over the deaths of the pandemic. I'm not into the royals, and my point was we are all complicit in this whirlwind of royal obsession that feeds the tabloids while so much death is around us. That's the wrong priority. I didn't see the interview or know it was about her suicidal thoughts." So Wendell went on to kind of, just really reiterate that he would never demean somebody's mental health, and that actually he feels like his words were twisted. He took to Twitter again on Monday, and he wanted to talk more about his comments. And he said that his on-screen daughter, Meghan Markle, will always have his support, really reiterating that he was fortunate to tell Meghan personally that he wishes her all the best. Predicting this hellacious maelstrom, "I also told her she would always have a friend in me because I had no interest in the interview doesn't change that."
I was going to say, I feel like his intentions were likely pure, given the state of the entire world. But to have not
Yeah.
seen it and to comment that, I understand why the backlash is so heavy and coming his way. But at the same time, it raises this question that we kind of discussed about yesterday about why it's so important to listen to Meghan and to also believe her. And I think it comes down to the fact that, like, she was silenced for so long and was suffering in silence for so long, and it's important to realize that she was going through some very, very real struggles, whether she is a royal or not. Those are things that need to be addressed. And also it's things that need to believe, like I said, especially as a woman of color. So again, a lot of chatter about this
Amen.
interview. We'll probably be talking about it more this week. So stay tuned, guys.